The picturesque town of Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin is the backdrop for one of the biggest motorsports events in the world. For the 4th year, the Sports Car Club of America National Championship Runoffs returns to Road America. Beautiful, fast, and treacherous, this track puts a premium on horsepower, aerodynamics, and bravery. A single mistake can end in disaster, but a single moment of inspiration can turn a contender into a champion. The 49th annual SCCA Runoffs is next on Speedcast TV.
We are ready to go racing in H production. Oh, he turned him. Working the inside is Lee Neffenegger.
He halved the difference. Oh, Spicer trying to hold position.
But he's too much speed. He's wide. Guerrerian trying to do it around the outside.
Now one more for the guys up in the booth.
Hi everybody and welcome to the 49th running of the Sports Car Club of America's SCCA National Championship Runoffs. After a full season of racing on the national level throughout the 9 divisions and the hundreds of regions, 85 plus national races throughout those divisions have been run. Divisional championships in each one, a national point structure involved as well, and the BF Goodrich Super Tours all mixed in and amongst them. But now is payoff time. It is time for a national championship, and this one, oh boy, are we excited about this, folks. This is Trans Am in its glory days in the 60s and 70s. It's time for a Sedan. Let's get down to John Bizignano.
Well, I think you guys threw it to me. I'm not sure because of all this fantastic V8 Detroit sound around here. You know, part of this track is called Thunder Alley. It's because of the old Trans Am cars that were so popular during all the 60s, 70s, and 80s here at Elkhart Lake. Now, these are not as modified quite as much as a Trans Am car. Oh my gosh, you have Pontiac Firebirds, Camaros, and Mustangs out there going wheel to wheel, fender to fender, and bumper to bumper. Detroit Iron lives very strongly here at Elkhart Lake. I hope you guys heard that.
We did, but it was tough, and you know what it is that he was trying to talk over? What we call it here.
Wooma.
Lots of wooma coming out on that track right now.
We heard him that time. We won't hear him the next time.
That's right. Just an amazing field and so deep in talent is the story here. A Sedan, and again, it's pony cars, later model, slightly modified. You can do brakes, you can do some things to it, and pretty good. You can blueprint the engine, so these things are quick and they sound glorious.
Boy, they sound awesome. I was listening to these the other day as they echo through the woods here. This will wake you up. This will get your adrenaline flowing for sure. Absolutely, and to give you a quick rundown of who's where, your defending champion, he's a 6-time gold medalist in this category, nailed his 4th career pole here at the Runoffs in A Sedan. Andy McDermott, number 24, out of Howell, Michigan, 3 wins on his way to a championship in Sendiv this year, Central Division. The WeatherTech Felice Performance Engines Ford Mustang, a great new track record, 2 minutes, 26.361 seconds. Tom Slow, who is anything but in the number 74 Hutter Racing Engines Hoosier Mustang, qualified 2nd. Number 53 Tom West, he 2 wins on his way to the championship in Great Lakes Division in the Limerick Machine Company. Camaro was 3rd, and an 11-time gold medalist across a few classes here at the Runoffs, John Heinrichsey, one of the all-time highest medal earners, number 54. He's in his Hoosier Hawk Performance, Phoenix Performance. Pontiac Firebird is up 4th. Number 42, Michael Levine, qualified in the 5th spot in the Auto Renew-It Hoosier Ford Mustang. Number 17, Ed Hosney out of Galloway, Ohio, qualified as Lasgo Ford Mustang, up in the 6th spot. 7th, the number 80 of Dave Venhouse out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 2nd incentive this year in his CSR Bobcat Mustang. 8th was number 15, Dan Richardson in the Performance Auto Works Chevrolet Camaro. 9th, the number 21 of Aaron Bailey from Shasta Lake, California. That's a pretty country. 4 for 4 on his way to the Northern Pacific Championship. 4 wins and 4 starts in his Pontiac Firebird Tractopia. Qualified 10th, number 20, Jim Wheeler out of Lenexa, Kansas. 5 wins on his way to the Midwestern Division Championship in his Hoosier Pontiac Firebird. And your next row, starting 11th, number 57, Tom Ellis. 2 wins on his way to the Southeastern Division Championship in his Palm Express Steeda Mustang. And the 73 of Scott Sanda, the Tro Manufacturing Cadillac CTSV, qualified 12th. Chris Peterson comes up next out of Chicago, Illinois region. He's a local guy here in the Cadillac CTSV, a popular car amongst fans. John Lechner up next, Hoosier Tire sponsored Ford Mustang. Then you got Eric Ritchie out of Katy, Texas, 2nd in the Southwest Division. has got 4 wins for the season. Here's a guy who's done a good year, Christopher Qualls. 7 races, 7 wins out of Los Angeles, towed a long way with his Ford Mustang. Southern Pacific champion. Jerry Post up next, Chevrolet Camaro. 1 win for the season so far. Scott Schweitzer, 4 starts, no wins. He is Great Lakes 6th place. Had a 2nd place finish back here. And Tom Hines is up next. Again, driving another Ford Mustang, popular mark here. 5 wins out of 7 starts. 2 wins out of 6 starts from Mark Muddleman, Belleville, Michigan. 5 starts this year, Dennis Guerreri, and he brings another Ford Mustang. Then another Firebird comes up with Kim McDonald. Kim's got 3 wins for his Midwest 2nd place division finish. Kelly Labash, 5 starts so far, and is 9th in the Northeast division. Followed up at the very back of the field by Matt Nagel, driving a Chevrolet Camaro. He has got no wins for the 7 starts.
All right, there's your field, and we do have one driver who is Super Sweep eligible. Remember, that is if you win your division, you win your national points in your class, you win one of the 9 BF Goodrich Super Tour events, and you win the Runoffs, which is the hardest of the
means you've been winning a lot
to do. It means you're doing a lot of winning, and you can become a Super Sweep winner, and that's a big broom, man. That you've achieved something. So here we go, 13 laps around this wonderful racing facility, America's National Park of Motorsports and Speed. Getting ready to go. A Sedan, like I said, this is what Trans Am used to be, and we think could be again, given the right set of promotional tools. We'll see what happens, but
Tom
we
Slope.
are green.
Good start from the outside. The yellow Mustang. That surprises Andy McDermott. Had a minute or a 2.5 lead for a new track record.
Yeah, he did. Now let's see what happens down into turn 1. And McDermott just able to hang on to that line. Slow has to tuck in. And that's not the car that Tom Slow showed up here with. They had a new model Mustang like McDermott's. Had some problems with it. They pulled the engine and put it in to this car. Look at John Heinrichsey. Very aggressive move down the inside of Thomas West. Side by side out of 3. Now it's all exit speed, and it looks like it's going to go Heinrichsey's way.
Yeah, he got the run, a cleaner run. You saw the outside was wiggling around a little bit. Here comes Andy McDermott, big Mustang power. Smoked a track record. I mean, everybody was just really surprised. But Tom Slow right there in the draft. He's looking to the inside.
Slow deep on the brakes down into 5. McDermott defended a little bit and then just said, well, if he wants it that bad, we'll see what happens. And he tucks in behind. Meanwhile, Heinrichsey running way wide. Oh, and that, I think, may have been Ed Hosty in the number 17. Not exactly sure what happened there, but that's Tom West, who qualified 3rd. Got caught out, I think, as a result. He's got something going on. Oh, McDermott.
Oh, Andy, good save there. Something on the right rear, I think, on, like you said,
West's car, I think, yeah.
So something went on that we didn't quite catch there. Tom Slow showing some speed, and it's Tom West has pulled off.
And that's up in 6, and you can see he had issues like you pointed out, and he just pulled it off and parked it.
Well, I think it pulled him off. But
well, good point. Good point.
But
final
either way,
result, parked.
Yeah.
And if you were watching this last year, you remember this race unfolded in a torrential downpour, and Andy McDermott and John Heinrichsey took off from everybody. Woo. Then Heinrichsey had a moment in the carousel, and in wet on dry tires, Andy McDermott got like a 30-second win. Well, not so easy this time as Tom Slow motivated, but we saw Tom Slow in a race earlier today in that STO race, and his car was not happy in this one. It's quick here, but we're already seeing him dicing it up, but so's Andy.
I don't know if this is a tire. Oh, big old slide. That's off the racetrack that time. Tom Slow with a good recovery there. I don't know if it's because this is the end of lap 1 and tires are not up to temperature yet.
No, and there's
Heinrichsey in trouble. Left front corner looks damaged.
Well, I wonder if that may have been something to do with West. Remember, those two guys were in a drag race down that back straight.
Now you saw the front of John's car had a lot of yellow paint all the way across the front of it, which it didn't start with a lap ago.
Exactly. And boy, if Tom Slow, if that access road wouldn't have been there, that was that big moment you were talking about.
Yeah, he's headed to Chicago.
Wow. Yeah. So here we go. Slow comes by. McDermott comes by. And again, dropping tires. And then Michael Levine, I think, is going to be looking at that car dancing under brake and down into 3.
This is an inspired run for Tom Slow, no doubt about it. I thought Andy was going to smoke him, but he's off the road now. So this racetrack probably not offering a lot of grip. It's only 50 some odd degrees out there, and they have 1 lap around here to get the car sorted in terms of temps. It's going to take a couple of laps, I would think, of racing to get. And it's not just temperature; it's pressure in the tires is part of it, isn't it? Absolutely. I mean, that pressure will come up to 5 pounds.
Here's the battle between Levine, Levine, and now the 11 of David Venhouse. And Levine, he's got that extremely expensive paint on the car that shows all difference, chameleon-like.
Changes colors with the light surroundings.
And then Dave Venhouse, good start by him, up from 7th right now into 4th. Of course, losing Heinrichs and West helping that cause.
More smoke from the guys up front. That just shows that Tom Slow and Andy McDermott still dropping wheels, one of the two, if not both. And look at the lead Slow's got. This was not expected.
This was not expected at all. And you can see these guys are both leaning on those cars, both carrying slides through that carousel. So it's not like Andy is just letting them go. He's driving hard.
And a new car, like you said before, and this has not been a trouble-free event so far for Tom Slow. And here is, of course, John Heinrichs.
Yep, they're working on that. You can see the wrinkle on the left front of that car, and they're going after that left front tire.
Looks like all the way across the front he got into somebody, and it looks tire was
wow,
down.
now McDermott made something up through the kink there. I don't know whether Slow maybe got a little squirrely through there, but suddenly Andy McDermott very close again.
A lot of wheels. Look at that. That just makes more dust and more slipperiness for the guys behind.
So maybe there's a plan there.
Also can give you a flat tire. I
That's
one
true.
thing
That's the sketchy thing.
Tom Slow has a hood pin that's not really adjusted too good on our lead car at 74, and the hood is lifting a little bit. That would be worse if Andy gets in front of him, because the buffeting off the front car, you'll see it right here, start to lift on the left front corner.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's some figures for you. They come by Tom Slow, a 229.4, McDermott a 230.1, Levine in third at 234.5. So these two guys right now in front, they are pushing themselves to exceptional speeds here for racing right now. And the interesting thing is, are they running those tires off of these heavy cars and those brakes off of these heavy cars?
It rained really hard last night, and I think the racetrack's green. They're running 4 seconds slower than McDermott's qualifying time.
Right.
So I think the racetrack not offering up a lot of grip. It's cool outside. You know, I don't know what kind of tire damage you're doing, but there was a lot of sliding going on out there.
Boy, and that white number 11 of Venhouse now under serious attack from the black 17 of Hosney, and the red number 21 of Aaron Bailey. Bailey starting in the 9th spot in that Pontiac Firebird now, and is battling for a 4th spot. There's Levine has opened it up a little bit, Doris.
Yeah, Levine's just in front of this 3-car battle that's going on.
Hosney closing up on Venhouse under braking down into turn 5, gets the run.
Pinched the exit of the corner. You see it pulled the left front wheel off the ground.
You know, when I was up, and again, working corners I worked 5 on Tuesday. Hosney through that turn, every time through there, that inside left front was a good foot off the ground. He was just hammering it.
Yeah, he had it up in the air that time. It just shows it's got a lot of roll stiffness.
All right, we're getting a report that John Heinrichs is out of the car and finished.
That's a shame.
That is indeed.
11-time champion. It's not the way he wanted to go out today.
No, he's got to be very frustrated at that at this stage.
There's John.
There he is. This guy, what an amazing racing career. On top of being an engineer with GM, instrumental in a lot of work on Corvettes and Camaros over the years.
Yeah, he's got the best job in the house. Gets to work on hot rod cars all the time.
All the time, and then drive them.
And get paid to do it, which I love.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, that last tails away shot, you saw the number 15 of Dan Richardson has worked his way up into 7th. And look at Hosney. Once he got around Venhouse, he has reeled in Levine in this battle now for what is the final podium spot. That black Mustang.
Sinister looking Mustang, an older body style.
Yes. Looks good though, doesn't it?
Oh,
just
it does,
jet
yeah,
black.
And he is throwing that thing around, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and here's the battle behind them right now. That's Venhouse and Bailey. But that battle just heading out of 14 in front of the two we're looking at is the battle for the final podium spot. As they climb that long, long hill. Here it is. There they go out. Oh, it looked like Hosney
he's got to run.
Was going to take a run in front of these two guys. Hosney wants it. Let's see. Does he make the move? He ducked back in. Here he shows the nose again, Dos.
Yep, he got back in, gets some more draft help, and that back end twitches once again under brake.
Looks like that car might be a little bit more glued to the track, but it looks like he's got maybe a little bit of drag. He's got a much more aggressive splitter on the front of it. It's going to pay off here, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to get him down in turn 4, I think. He really gets pinched down tight.
Oh, wow.
Now it's going to have to be down in the 5.
Yep. That's all going to depend on that exit. He did get pinched, as you mentioned. So up and underneath the Sargento Bridge, here we go.
Now defensive. Levine going to the inside right away. for the entry to turn 5. We'll see.
Yeah, and look at Aaron Bailey taking a look at the 11 now of Venhouse behind them. Here we go, Hosney. No, not quite enough. Levine going deep down into 5. What happens on the exit? And
on that exit, he needs to run a little wider on that exit and open up that car. Instead, he's pinching the exit and sliding the car, which is going to give him a lot of rear heat. But he could have more speed, particularly since you exit that bottom of 5. You got to go up that hill.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Now it's Levine, Hosney, then a gap back to Venhouse and Bailey down into 8. Another of those downhill braking zones that are so brutal on brakes. Everybody clean there. And now this never ends. This is more than 180 degrees. It literally folds back on itself.
It does. It goes all the way around and falls off the side of that hill, and then goes and loses camber as it goes further along. So it just gets the car more and more unsettled, and it's at very high speed.
And then this.
Yeah, this kink thing. But, you know, that is just the hardest corner to get yourself up for. It is really fast and very, very unforgiving, as we've already seen today.
Well, I think Hosney may have gotten another run here. He's looking, not quite enough. Levine gave him the room, but didn't make it necessarily a big gaping opening. And Hosney tucks back in.
Looked like a big run for sure.
Yeah, it did.
Didn't materialize. There's a little bit of difference in the aerodynamics on those two cars for sure. The newer one being a cleaner style Mustang than the older.
Yeah, I really think Hosney's got a little bit more stick, but it doesn't have the straight line. And we'll see here. This is out of 14 in the climb up the hill. There's McDermott.
Boy, and I can't believe that Andy.
Oh, and he's slowing. Is he?
I don't know.
Well, maybe not. No, I guess not. He's
like
throwing
crazy.
it around, yeah.
Oh, something's wrong with it. It's something wrong. Look at it. It's dog walking right now.
Yeah, it
Look
sure
how the
is.
back end
Holy
is out
cow.
from the front. He's got something in the drag link in the back.
He's got a third. Yeah, maybe the locating link broke.
Yeah, something at the rear end is broken.
Holy
and it's
cow.
allowing the back end to be out from the front. See it right there? Even the going away shot. You see it stepped out. That's a shame.
And Andy McDermott says, I'm pinning her.
Yeah,
we're going after it.
It's just gonna get him in trouble if he doesn't watch it. Look how much it's off.
It's unbelievable.
You know, it's broken the third link in the back, or now it's starting to rub the wheel against the inner fender well. Yeah, that's not good.
No, but you got to give this guy so much credit.
Oh, there you can see it. You can see the Panhard bar up underneath the bottom.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that thing. And he's just gassing it.
The problem is he's not straight down the straight. Look at that. That will ultimately, as it brakes completely, the rear axle will start going to the left and right, and it'll start rubbing the tires on the inside of the fender well if he doesn't spin it first. And you risk, putting a hole in the sidewall. That's a shame.
It truly is.
I wondered what was going on there because he'd had a huge amount of speed on the field, a second and a half.
Well, you have to wonder, maybe one of those early offs in those first couple of, that first lap. He was really off, trying to hang with him a lot.
You start dropping the wheels at this place, and it'll.
Now, how do you drive that car flat chat through the kink?
Just like, the back end is already turned from the front end, and so he's counter steering everywhere.
Those those right-handers are easy.
Yeah,
those lefts are tough.
For a right-hander, he turns 1 degree right and then 40 degrees left.
Look at that.
I'm
going to be fascinated to see what his lap time is when he comes by here.
Well, he's hanging on for dear life, and that's about the truth of it. But I just don't know for what reason. I mean, the real risk he's got to worry about is something bad going wrong.
Yeah, seriously.
This is coming out of 8.
Oh, that's a loop. Kelly Lubash.
And that's just at the look. Now I told you. Now it's done it. Now it's done what I told you it would do. It's finally broken to the point that the axle is rotating until it hits the tire on the inner fender well. It'll rub the sidewall out, and when it does that, it's going to blow, and he's going to have a big ride.
But
they need to black flag this car. This is a situation now.
Yeah, I think it's gone. I think he realizes
if he doesn't pull it over, the rear end is not hooked by anything but the drive shaft at this point.
But before that happened, Dorsey, that last lap, a 2:29.9 to Slow's 2:28.8.
He's done. But what an effort. Hats off.
Unbelievable. This guy has got the heart of a lion, folks. We've watched him, some of the driving he's done in the past.
He's going to run the autocross course instead.
Yep. He had a win a few years ago at Heartland Park, Topeka. They started in wet conditions, but drying on rain tires. and Heinrichs and Slow got into a war, and Andy led and fell back when the rain tires went off. Those two guys got in a war, and Andy chunks of rubber flying off the tires at Heartland Park, and he was throwing it around and got the win. Look at this. It's happened now. Hosny down inside of Levine, and this is going to now pick up. This is going to be for second with McDermott pulling off track. So
Levine tried to switch back and tighten up the car, got loose. Yeah, this is second. I don't know if they know it yet or not, but they would have passed Andy back there. The old go-kart track back there. Yellow flag out in front of these guys for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But there's something up ahead because I saw the corner workers stick it out.
Down into turn 8. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's that number 32 of Lubash. Well, maybe then when Lubash went around, maybe something broke, and they've had to get out there and take care of that.
There's a cut in the guardrail there. They can tow him through or get him out of the way anyway. That's why they've gone with that local yellow.
Once again, exit of the carousel. Watch these guys set up for the kink.
There's tippy toeing right through there. It is fast, man.
Yeah, I was always wondering when you were driving the Trans Am cars through there, which didn't have a lot of downforce on those things. And those in your era, those things were wicked quick. What was it like coming up to the kink in that car every lap?
Well, you couldn't do it flat. Well, you wanted to. You really wanted to try. It was just a lift, but you had to time the lift so it wasn't in the middle of that corner. I mean, it was a double handful of race car right there.
I bet it was, and we're seeing some great racing unfolding here as Hosny now has taken over second from Michael Levine. Andy McDermott, the pole sitter and 6-time champion, has pulled to the side and stopped. John Heinrichs, an 11-time gold medalist at the Runoffs, is out. So this one is going to be interesting, and up front it is Tom Slow, who qualified second, took off at the start, and has been incredibly strong. We've got lots of racing yet to go here in Sedan. We're going to step away for a moment, but don't go anywhere. This one's still going to be great. This portion of the SCCA Runoffs is being brought to you by Mazda, Zoom Zoom, and by Black Magic Car Care products.
The Mazda 3, a top safety pick with uncompromised performance. And now, it's even more fuel efficient with available SkyActiv technology. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Now, get the Mazda 3 with 0.9% APR for a limited term.
Need help?
Yeah. Well, my ride's been losing power and gas mileage, and I've been thinking about grabbing...
That's thinking with your motorhead. Gummout products are backed by science, real science, so they help improve performance, increase fuel efficiency, and protect key engine parts. It's not clean until it's Gummout clean. Bring it in. Think with your motorhead. Choose Gummout, available at these fine retailers.
Okay, it's time to face facts. You're a gearhead. You treat the freeway on-ramp like your own personal racetrack, and you love the smell of burning rubber. Well, good news, Speed Junkie. The Sports Car Club of America wants you. With 40,000 members and 2,000 events across the country, the SCCA has all the wheel-spinning, engine-revving excitement you can handle. Want to dance on the edge of control? In SCCA Solo, you'll learn the blacktop two-step with an army of cones trying to trip you up. If slinging mud is your thing, check out SCCA Rallycross, where power slides and rooster tails are the name of the game. And if wheel-to-wheel competition is what you crave, SCCA Club Racing lets you chase the checkered flag on America's toughest racetracks. Join the Sports Car Club of America today and feed your obsession.
We are back, and we are under a full course caution because of this incident. The number 2 of John Lechner involved, and the number 13 of Chris Qualls down in turn 14, the last turn that leads onto this long front straight. You see one of the EV workers there indicating broke. So they're going to try and hook one up, I think. They can toe strap out. The other one may need to wreck her out. But that is an impact zone. You run off at 14 and those cars are sitting there. That's not good.
Now, and you can see from the right front fender of the 2 car, there's been contact between those 2 guys to get them in that gravel trap.
So we are under a full course caution. And by the way, folks, I was going to say, as we were during the break, we saw the commercial for the Sports Car Club of America and all of the great racing and the like in those 2,000 events. It's not just for drivers. There are specialties throughout the thing. You know, you have to do registration. There's grid. There's tech. there's paddock, there's all of these different specialties, TNS, timing and scoring, that if you want to get involved in road racing, if you love road racing and you want to be a part of it, and maybe you don't have the wherewithal right now to drive, no problem. Come on out, corner work, do something. If you're a computer geek, you can work timing and scoring, or tech these days with all of the electronics on the cars, all kinds of opportunities for you. And you can also get out and you can join the Solo 2 program and do a little autocrossing, to do a little driving if you can't quite afford to get out and do some road racing. But the biggest thing is it's over, like we saw there, over 40,000 members, and it's a family. And anytime you want to travel to a track on the other side of the continent, you can get a hold of somebody and say, hey, we're coming, you know, give us some ideas on what to do. And more often than not, they'll say, well, you don't have to stay anywhere. We've got a sofa, we've got something, and coming out and be a part of it. So take a look at SCCA, folks. It's an awful lot of fun.
Well, that big old lead Tom Slow had,
yeah, is
gone.
Vanquish.
And how much damage, tire degradation was done to get there. I doubt much. Tom's very good. He's really good in this car. And we saw poor Andy McDermott break a rear suspension. Just do all you can do with the car.
Just trying to hang on to it. And with that, turning a 229 something, that's just insane.
He was holding it up. He's a big old boy. He can hold it up.
That's right. Yeah, that's a fact. So right now, the order is Tom Slow leading over the 17 of Ed Hosney, 42 Mike Levine, 21 Aaron Bailey in the Firebird, 11 of David Venhouse in a Mustang, the 15 of Dan Richardson in a Chevrolet Camaro, and that's the 6th spot. The 7th spot is the number 7 of Tom Ellis. Then in the 8th spot, it is the 67 of Chris Pedersen, who qualified 13th, so a good run there. 9th is the 73 of Scott Sanda, and 10th, that's the Cadillac, and 10th is the number 8 of Jerry Post, who's back at 17th. So with all of the developments we've got some guys that have been able to take advantage of the retirements and also some great driving and move up noticeably.
About halfway through, so it should get interesting now that the lead's diminished back to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, everybody will have time to cool off those tires right now and get a regroup started.
And basically, it'll be essentially about a 6-lap sprint.
Yep, yep. They'll clean up that racetrack, something this good racetrack is very good at. The corner workers around here that you talked about, hundreds of them, literally hundreds of them, on top of the situation right away. Heard that the corner workers had to get between two of those drivers that were.
Yeah, we got reports they weren't thrilled with each other. So what we got here is you got EV, you got response, you got referee.
Yeah, referee. That's good.
Got them all covered. And I have to say, the Road America safety team, which this track provides unto itself, is absolutely superb as well. And getting out there with the Gale crews and the EV response people and everything. So it is superb. So we're anticipating maybe coming up to, we're going to see here, we've still got a double yellow showing at the start line. It's all up to whether or not the pace car peels in.
We talked about these two guys before, you know.
Nope, they're staying out. We got one more lap because we still got the cleanup over there. They just weren't able to get it done in time, obviously.
We're talking about the corner workers keeping these guys apart. That's something that, you know, drivers get a little angry with one another.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you feel wronged and the other guy feels wronged at the same time, it could get a smidge intense, to be sure. And this is the national championship runoffs, too. I mean, there's a lot of adrenaline that's flowing, and apparently there was some of it down in 14, Dorsey. Take a look.
See, he's talking to him here, saying, "What? Here, let me give you a punch in the head." I see the guy was trying to come out, and he shoved him back in there. He said, "You just stay right on in there," because he didn't want to get smacked back.
That's right. That's right.
He got the sucker punch in. He didn't want the other guy coming out.
And what I always love is these guys are all there to go, all right, I'm going to rip you apart. And they got their helmets on, and you know, it's like, yeah, you're going to break a hand. Go ahead and hit me.
Yeah. Well, we've seen
that's just frustration, just venting, just get a little energy there.
So the corner worker's job, you know, you just never know what it's going to be.
You never know what it's going to entail. It's always something different, folks. That's why it's fun. So we continue one more time under full course caution.
4.5 miles, long time around. And so, you know, that takes a good, probably 5.5 minutes or so. These guys will start at the latter part of this lap trying to scrub these tires again, get some temp back up, run their brake pedal a little bit, get heating their brakes, because now, like you said, we're going to be down to a 6-lap go for the gold.
Absolutely. And again, these races are 13 laps or 40 minutes. And so one of the concerns is have we perhaps eased into, because of this long yellow, a time thing. I think we might still be good for 13 laps if we can go green this time. If not, I think we'll be into a time race.
Saw somebody had a GoPro camera out there on a tripod, and I see if I was driving, I'd go over there and get the camera. Throw it in the slides.
Just, you know,
give me that.
That's a GoPro.
I'll have that.
Yeah, we've got our GoPro Hero Move of the Race Awards that
those guys are here this
we're
weekend.
looking after, so that's very cool. By the way, we've been talking about who some of our Workers of the Year, that was announced at the BF Goodrich Tires Work of the Year Awards party last night. We've talked about a couple of them. The third that we're going to mention was the Worker of the Year in Race Administration, Race Chair, etc. And out of Des Moines Valley region for the Midwest Division, it was Monica Shaw. So congratulations to Monica. And again, this is a club. These are volunteers, but they truly love this club, love this sport. And they come out and just can't say enough about them. This national championship is their showcase as well for all the workers, as well as for the drivers on track, and it's a very special group. So wondering here, still seeing the lights on in the pace car, don't know exactly how things are looking down in 14. There's Lechner's car.
Yeah, that's the one with the right front damage I saw from before. You know, it's caved in that side. So obviously trying to put two cars where one will fit. Didn't work again.
Now hopefully that was the one that needed the record. It looked like there was a tow strap on the back of Chris Quall's car. So hopefully they've been able to drag him out and we'll be able to get going racing here.
Yeah, that was the last corner, so you're right at pit in. All they had to do is drag him across the racetrack and up into pit lane, so that probably did happen.
We've got a great view of the start stand here, so we'll see which flags they might be holding, hopefully in some sort of anticipation.
So we've got at least 3 cars out.
And some players.
Yeah, some players too.
So, seriously, Andy McDermott, the pole sitter, John Heinrichsey.
Yeah, I'm used to the latest 2.
Exactly. You know, that's a pretty amazing stat, isn't it, between Heinrichsey and McDermott?
Oh my God.
That's 18 gold medals.
18 wins.
That have pulled off to the side and parked for various reasons here. There's that our GoPro shot at the exit of the kink.
I wouldn't want to be that camera.
No.
Actually, there's probably okay. A little further down now. These guys getting ready to resume battle.
And it is that, isn't it? That section of track, by the way, is what they call Kettle Bottoms. It's the lowest point on the track down in the Canada corner. And then you climb. This is slight, but you're climbing all the way up, and then 14, you make that right-hander, and then it's that huge hill up to start finish.
One of the great things about this racetrack I always did like was the elevation change. You really, really have a lot of fun as a driver. You get this, your senses are so cool, you know, going up and down the
And it's a flowing elevation change. It's not abrupt like some other tracks. It's just really
one of the best, man. This racetrack is awesome.
Well, they call it America's Nürburgring. It's the beautiful long run through the forest, etc. Well, looks like, are we going to see the pace car move in? No.
I don't think so, because you still have the other car. We thought that plateaued, but it didn't. It's on a flatbed right there.
Yeah.
So they'll have to move these 3 trucks, and unfortunately they're at start finish already. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I think they're going around again, though.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, there you go. So we got another lap. So this will definitely take us into a timed event, 40 minutes. So it's go time.
So we'll be less than 10-minute race when this thing goes green.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive too. When you think about, Tom Slow, like I said, when they got here, they had a new Mustang, the new, like Andy McDermott's in terms of the body style. And there was something they didn't like that was going on with the car. They pulled the motor, popped it into his old car, and it took off like a rocket.
Well, that's obvious. He knows his car like the back of his hand, so he's comfortable with it. Whatever was wrong with the first car, this was a great decision. A lot of work by the crew guys on his part to get this switch made. But boy, he came to race. You saw that at the start of the green.
Yeah, he did.
He went right by McDermott. I don't think that whatever broke on Andy's car was broke initially. I think it broke later. So, I mean, he had a fight on his hands.
Absolutely. Well, we had a look at the Cadillac, the CTSV of Scott Sanda, who currently sits in the 9th spot. Again, it's Slow in the 74, Hosny the black 17, Levine in the sort of chameleons 42.
Oh my God.
Aaron Bailey in the red 21 Firebird, Venhouse in the white number 11 Mustang, 15 Richardson in the Camaro. That takes you down to your top 5, well, top 6. Actually, then Tom Ellis, he is running the Ford Mustang. Chris Pedersen in the number 67 Mustang is in the 8th spot. 9th is Sedan, that 73 Cadillac. And then in 10th is the number 8 of Jerry Post in the Trapani Suspension Chevrolet Camaro. He's been a bronze medalist at the Runoffs. This is his 14th start here for Jerry. So it's funny, this you know, some of the drivers, this class is, since it became a national class, there's been ebbs and flows in the entry. It's always been a strong class. But the funny thing is you'll see people leave it and then come back to it. And it's like once you've driven a sedan, it's
fun.
Not a lot of classes compare to it in terms of the fun quotient, as you say.
This race hasn't been particularly fun because of just the way it's laid out. But I mean, normally you really have a really fierce competition with the guys around you. Big old muscle cars. They sound good. They look good. They're fast. But the worst thing is to have a really fast car and to be behind a pace car.
Yeah,
that's not fun. Like Tom Slow does. He's got a real fast race car right there. It'll be interesting to see, though, if Edward Hosney can do anything with him now that he's gotten to him.
Yeah. Well, and I'm wondering, I mean, Hosney with that car, we were talking about watching him when he was racing Levine. He would lose on the straights, but he was good in the corners. With this colder temperatures, having that little bit extra downforce when you're not getting none of the heat in the tires might really play to your strengths.
Yeah, I see like these top 5 guys really having a battle. Slow should be able to pull away, I think.
You would think.
From Hosney, but you can't script it.
No. And again, the whole thing can change if on the restart somebody's able to get around slow.
Yeah, one missed gear going up the hill, any kind of thing like that, mechanical issue.
All right, getting confirmation now. We are green this time by. Green this time by. So at 30 minutes, it'll probably be 31 minutes, so about a 9-minute shootout.
Yep. 4 laps maybe, something like that.
Yep, and it should be furious. And even if Slow does open it up a little bit, which his pace has indicated he could, that battle for 2nd and 3rd should be a brutal war, should be a lot of fun.
Qualifying, the time's not that different, with the exception of McDermott, who did have a huge lead. The 2nd place, 3rd, 4th, all pretty stacked together. So by lap time, the potential for a good race exists.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Lights now out on the pace car down into Canada corner. That's a pretty sight. Based on lap times, we're somewhere in the 3 to go window.
Yeah, by the time they get
the
there,
estimates are, yeah.
Should be 3-lap sprint for the gold.
Here we go.
Just like a green-white checker all over again.
There you go. All right, it is go time in a sedan, called also American Sedan. And we've been for way too many laps sans Wuma.
Yeah.
So it's time to pick that up.
Need to make a little noise around here. Oh, Slow gets a big run at the bottom of the hill. Look at that. He's gone.
Oh, man, did he time that? And green flies, and Slow does too. Wow, did he get a launch? Hosney comes by. He got a big gap as well over Levine.
Yeah, that opened up this field a ton. They just came off the last corner. Slow took off. Hosney caught it and saw him, and it's just that little bit second layer. Here's a pass.
That's Venhouse on Bailey.
Makes that stick.
That's for 4th. Nice.
Place.
He's through it. Look at Hosney. He is all over the back.
I knew he was going to be aggressive. I knew he was going to give it his
Oh,
all.
Venhouse, big lockup down into 3, and as a result, just straight line to the apex.
Yeah, he did that himself. Knew he was in trouble and just turned in, which is a mistake in his own right too.
Yeah, he's going to be slow out. But look at this, Hosney all over the back of Slow.
I knew he'd be inspired. Now that he's up to 2nd, you can see him. Makes all the difference in the world when he's there, versus 4 seconds out, we can't get to him.
Ooh, pretty move there, down to the inside. That's the battle for what is 5th. Bailey, and I think that's Richardson trying to come up and get him. Yep, that is Richardson. Richardson then has to feint to the left to defend on Tom Ellis going into 6th.
Dan Richardson with a good move right there. Hosney not giving up. He's still right there.
Yeah, and Levine
That's within striking
not dropping.
distance.
You bet it is. And Levine not dropping off.
That back end of that older Mustang just really rolls loose, and it hikes that front tire. Look at it right there, trying to pull the right front off the ground.
Yeah. Wow, he is sticking right with Slow through the carousel.
Very good run by Hosny. Very good run.
Now, through the kink. Staying with him.
And
Didn't lose a bit. Yeah.
A lot looser than Slow, for sure. The back of that car really rolls loose. You see it hike the body work up, and then the back end steps out.
But that, you know, if you're transferring, ooh, Slow, big wiggle under brakes. If you're transferring weight around like that, though, it can get heat in those tires, and for a 3-lap run, that might be the key here.
Or if it rained.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah.
If it rained, he'd have a really good car like that. And with max grip, I don't know who that was back there, somebody getting off.
Boy, and Slow again, squirrely out of Billy Mitchell. Turn 13, now up to 14, and here we go, up the hill.
Got to wonder about the tires now, how they came back.
Oh, did Hosny get a run?
He got a good run off that last corner in 14.
He had to check up. It was so good, and that's going to hurt him.
Got to stay up in this draft. He knows that. We saw it before. He tucked back in once before. It's just not quite the same straightaway speed. You can see Slow be able to pull forward.
Now we see, instead of just getting into the old car, they took the motor out of the new car, put it in the old car.
Yeah. So they had a fresh engine, more than likely. They were a good one. I do agree with that setup he's got on Hosny's Mustang. Is a pretty good corner speed car, but he loses top end.
Yep. Well, his only
hope. Look at him
hope.
Come up that corner.
Yeah, he gets a great run. And we've seen some amazing launches from him out of 5 on that run up to 6 too.
That's how loose that car. I mean, he's very soft sprung, so it's really putting power down good. Unfortunately, on the high G load corners, it rolls loose, and that's the carousel, but can't place it like that. Watch him get the bite off this corner. And that thing just puts power down because it's got that roll that you're talking about.
Exactly.
Pushing the tires down really hard.
Oh,
now that would have almost been a block if he did that way.
Yeah. But he keeps doing that, and Slow keeps defending it. At some point, Slow might just get off his rhythm a little bit. And we've seen that in other races already. Somebody has hounded somebody into a mistake.
Hosny's got to concentrate on the slower corners where you have to come off the corner and where forward bite makes the bigger difference, because that's what that car is going to do.
Yeah.
With that being that rolling, that loose, it's going to really launch good. It's not going to be good here. He's going to lose ground here because it's going to roll loose on him toward the bottom watch. Just gets all the way loose, and that hikes up that inside tire. Actually did a pretty good job right there.
Yeah, he stayed with him, didn't he?
Got to be really delicate with your hands when you got a car that's set like that.
Boy, Slow is in full defense mode. He's driving, moving right to the middle of the track, and swinging back out to open up the angle for the corners.
I think the best two places for this pass attack from Hosny is going to be down here in Canada, and then up there to the front straight. Here's a Canada move, getting defensive.
Like Slow right down the middle of the track.
But watch him launch out of here. His car's better getting off that corner.
Boy, isn't it? Look at that.
Now, that's not a good place to do it. He'd be a lot better to have not done all that jig-jag.
Yeah.
And held it all the way to this next corner. This is a good spot to do it. And that weave cost him some time back there. Oh,
there's that run. This time he got it. That's the.
But he loses top end. He's got to stay. Watch that yellow car just pull. They're going to go.
But
one
now,
to go.
but this is as close to a draft he's had.
He's in it now, man.
So we're getting reports. Final lap. He's close, and that car's working on brakes.
Slow to the inside. We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Mike Levine. He's sneaking in here with these two guys.
Yeah, he sure is.
This next corner down the bottom of the hill is another one where that black Mustang will be good.
And Slow, you know, maybe when he took off and ran away from McDermott and drove so hard, he may have hurt those tires a little bit.
There's that launch. Here's the run I was telling about.
Ooh!
That time he zigs to the inside trying to get up inside. Slow's not having any of that. Watch out for Levine.
Yeah, Levine is joining this battle in a hurry.
They're going to pull him right into this deal.
Oh boy, folks, here we go. 3 cars, 3 medals. It's all a matter of what the order is going to be. Slow way down to the inside. Hosny could do it if he squares it up, Dose.
You try to cut the inside and outrun up the hill. Not going to have Levine's there to defend. Oh, you got to watch it now. 3 cars is a lot more complicated than just the 2.
Look at Hosny just rotate that thing, trying anything he can, and Levine is there.
Turn 8's there for him.
Oh boy, did this turn into one. Now this is exactly what Slow might want, is to have Levine hounding him. Hosny, that is. Now down we go. Both of them shallow in.
Yeah, that was defensive by all 3 guys. They weren't going to rush that corner.
Oh boy. This is why we come and love the runoffs.
Look at the different chassis setups there. Everybody a different beast to hold on to.
3 Mustangs, 3 different year Mustangs.
Call Canada Corner, tell them incoming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. This is going to be amazing. Canada Corner. You know Slow's going to defend. It's just how everybody else deals with it here. Slow to the middle. Here we go. Hosney swinging out. Trying to get any kind of a drive here.
Oh, that might work. That could work.
Cut to the inside. No, Slow shuts the door. Through 13, Billy Mitchell bridge. 14, the last turn.
Levine's trying up the inside. Now he got it back under control there.
And that's going to save it for, I think, Slow, because Hosney went defensive on Levine. It killed his exit.
He might lose second place to Levine here.
He might. Here we go, up the hill, or will both of them be able to draft by? Slow defending. We're at the line. Hosney pops to the outside. He's by. Hosney's by. And Levine. Levine got him as well. Hosney, Levine, and Slow.
Unbelievable
in that,
run
holy cow. That, folks, is the value of 2 cars versus 1.
Double draft by on the leader.
Unbelievable finish, and Ed Hosney is going to be champion.
I'm not too sure I think Slow might have a cut down left front or something. It looks like he's lost ride height on the left front.
That could
and he slowed up pretty drastically the last lap.
Wow.
I think he's got an issue one way or another. I don't know. Oh, look at the front. It almost looks like he's got a lot of camber in the left front.
Yeah, maybe. Or is it that rear?
It could have been the way the angle we looked at it. But that was a fantastic job on the last lap.
Wasn't it unbelievable? And just never giving up. Hosney just staying with him. You know, we expected Slow to gap everybody.
My boat's Hosney.
Oh, how could it not be?
That was a stellar move.
Mike Levine, I'll tell you what a drive he put on as well. As I said, Levine comes in here. He's had a 3rd previously. He'll get a silver. And Hosney comes in here. He's had a silver. He is going to see gold.
Tom Slow, I'm sure, cannot believe what just happened.
I would think, yeah, the way he was gone.
I think something happened to the car there. I really do. I don't know what. We'll hear what he says when Biz gets to him, but I think there's more there than what we just see.
Yeah.
But that was for Levine, too. Levine drove a really, really good race to get himself in position for that. Yeah. He was a long way back, remember, not long. You know.
That's very true,
he had to run these 2 guys down.
Venhouse ended up 4th in that white number 11 behind these 3, and Dan Richardson, top Camaro and top non-Mustang in the mix, ends up in 5th. There he is, right there. Nice drive by him as well, but wow, what a finish.
Yeah. Hosney was driving that old Mustang about to death. Pulling wheels up in the air, just getting all squirrely and sideways. I mean, it's good stuff. Hosney, I mean, that was just awesome drive.
Yep, well, up until that last lap, I was thinking that McDermott might be our GoPro hero move of the race. We're turning a 229 with a broken rear end, but I think we got to go with Mr. Hosney and that great scrap on those last 3 laps and that move for the win. That was some spectacular stuff with a little assist from Mike Levine.
Levine played a big part in that, make no doubt about that. That double draft thing really helped that out.
Huge. Well, folks, if you were watching when we finished the race before lunch and we did our little teaser to come back and join us when we get back to racing, now you know why. American Sedan, it is always something special.
Best race of the weekend so far, I'd say.
Easily. Some great stuff as they wander around through the Billy Mitchell turn. Used to be that big bridge across track now, and now they go up and over the tunnel. There's the Tom Slow Memorial wide racetrack area there.
I knew if he had any chance it was going to be off one of these tighter corners, and this one is one of the tighter corners where he really could launch a lot better. Boy, I tell you, Levine helped him out a ton too, though.
That was spectacular. And they make their way down into pit lane and, of course, heading toward John Bizignano for the medal celebrations and the interviews. And that Lasco Ford of Ed Hosney, boy, what a race. And that's, you know, kind of cool to see, one of the older body styles, but that's one of the things about this class. They balance them for different things, and he just drove a brilliant race.
Did a great job with what he had there.
You bet. Levine and Slow completing the podium, and there's the medals, and there's Biz just waiting for the high sign. Give Mr. Hosney a moment to get that helmet off. Bonnie standing by with the medals. All right, looks like Biz is close to ready. I think one of the crew guys just in there undoing the window net, helping out. There you go. Well, let's send it down to Biz because we've got a very happy winner.
My gosh, Ed, you have got to tell us about your race. First of all, you were having such a great run there for second and third.
Oh, it was a lot of fun out there. It was a great race. Thanks to Mike for helping me push by Tom Slow at the end. I need to say hi to my kids, Samantha and Scott. Thank you to Hoosier and Lasco Ford. Man, was that fun.
Well, tell us about it. I mean, my gosh, what were you thinking about coming up the hill? Could you have gotten by? Now, when the three of you went by, someone was having some motor problem. We think it was the yellow car. Could you have gotten by him without that?
I don't know. It would have been tough. He still seemed to have some top end at me, but I definitely got him coming off the corner. But it was just, I can't believe it happened, really.
I bet you were glad to see those double yellow, too.
Actually, I was a little nervous, honestly. I didn't even know I was in second place at that time, and I was worried about the guy behind me. But when I saw I was in second, I thought, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, let's get your gold medal on you. Bonnie's going to give you that. Congratulations on really the drive so far today. My gosh, congratulations on a great championship.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'll tell you, the man that also was driving the wheels off of his Mustang, a gentleman that certainly knows how to lead and to go and get second place in literally the last 100 yards of this racetrack. You come up in second place. Congratulations on the silver medal.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank all my crew, P. Werder especially. Good thanks to Greg who came out and helped us this week with shocks. I mean, unbelievable. That last 3 laps was just go, 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 and we were fighting tooth and nail the whole way. When we came up that hill, I picked Eddie to go, and we took off, and we were able to get by him. It was great.
But Mike, even before that, the two of you were just going at it the entire race. Very clean, very professional. You knew what each other were going to do before you did it. How much fun was that?
That was so much fun. Eddie's that's my regional car that I started racing with. So
that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So that was my car. Now I got this one, and he's had it, and we've had some great races together.
Can I ask you, do you chew gum during the whole race? That's not safe, you know that.
I know. That's the only way I can keep my mouth dry.
Congratulations on a great second place, well earned. Well, everyone wants to know, one question, Tom. What happened, buddy? We heard someone's motor was sour on that last bit. Yes. What went wrong?
I looked underneath the hood. I haven't burned a spark plug wire, so maybe I lost a valve spring. I'm not sure what it was.
But in the beginning of the race, you pulled away, you know, from everyone. But then came the double yellow, and you weren't able to pull out that lead. Was there something going off at that time?
Yeah, that's Ron Hutter horsepower that pulls away. I mean, it's just an awesome deal. He had first and second, or second and third on the grid with Hutter motors, and something happened right before the yellow, and it started popping, and it was already there, and it was like, uh-oh, I don't need this.
Was it getting worse?
Yeah, it was getting worse.
And then it gave up on you in the last 100 yards.
Unbelievable. And Ed's a great guy. I mean, I wasn't going to put him in the grass. I mean, Andy had one chance to hit me in 5. I wasn't going to let him hit me again, and I was off. That's the way it goes. But this sucks.
Yes, okay. I'm glad you said that, not me. You could say that. Congratulations on a great bronze medal, but no one will forget the way you pulled out in a very competitive class, the first 2/3 of this race. Congratulations on all that.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. A Sedan, another one in the books, and it was a great one.
A brawl, to be sure, and that's how these races go. These cars are a little high-strung and very powerful, and things happen, and that's why you run them all the way to the end. You never know.
You never do, and that probably was a valve spring, and you know, on an intake valve, and it starts popping because the valve's not closing when it should. The timing's off a little bit on it. Luckily, it didn't blow up. I mean, it just lost all its power, probably bent the valve a little bit.
Tough deal for Tom Slow, but an incredibly entertaining race. Here's how it ended up. Ed Hosney, your gold medalist and champion, the national runoff champ in A Sedan. Mike Levine, the silver. Tom Slow, the bronze. Venhouse and Richardson, good races. Ellis as well. Peterson, Scott Sanda up into 8th, Post up to 9th. And rounding out your top 10, the number 51 of Tom Himes, doing a nice job as well. But here it's all about those medals and all about the championship. And Levine, remember, he was the guy who was Super Tour eligible, missed by just that much.
Isn't that something? He had to beat his old car, didn't get it done, but he pushed that car to the win, I'll tell you that
much. He sure did. He was in a lot of ways responsible for that win. Well, here's a little teaser. Look what's coming up.
That's trouble.
Yeah, that is. Wow, that is going to be what's coming up next. But again, just an incredible Sedan race here at this 49th annual running of the Sports Car Club of America's National Championship Runoffs. Congratulations to our champion, Ed Hosny, as we take a look at some of the highlights. And here was the move for the lead that it looked like Tom Slow was going to have, and maybe that's where Andy McDermott had his little moment, huh?
In any event, you got a sideways Mustang in a straight line, and that's not good.
Then a little contretemps down in turn 14.
That was an attitude adjustment there.
And here was the finish. It was awesome. Sedan is done. This portion of the SCCA Runoffs is being brought to you by Mazda, Zoom Zoom, and by Blackmagic Car Care Products.
The Mazda 3, a top safety pick with uncompromised performance. And now it's even more fuel efficient with available SkyActiv technology. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Now get the Mazda 3 with 0.9% APR for a limited term.
Need help?
Yeah. Well, my ride's been losing power and gas mileage, and I've been thinking about grabbing...
That's thinking with your motorhead. Gum-out products are backed by science, real science, so they help improve performance, increase fuel efficiency, and protect key engine parts. It's not clean until it's gum-out clean. Bring it in. Think with your motorhead. Choose Gum-out, available at these fine retailers.
Okay, it's time to face facts. You're a gearhead. You treat the freeway on-ramp like your own personal racetrack, and you love the smell of burning rubber. Well, good news, Speed Junkie. The Sports Car Club of America wants you. With 40,000 members and 2,000 events across the country, the SCCA has all the wheel-spinning, engine-revving excitement you can handle. Want to dance on the edge of control? In SCCA Solo, you'll learn the blacktop two-step with an army of cones trying to trip you up. If slinging mud is your thing, check out SCCA Rallycross, where power slides and rooster tails are the name of the game. And if wheel-to-wheel competition is what you crave, SCCA Club Racing lets you chase the checkered flag on America's toughest racetracks. Join the Sports Car Club of America today and feed your obsession.